Postman, city, hood. Let's go.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
About humanity, putting truth in these lines while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray we all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is going to send you a big.
Shout out to the Mailroom Nation and Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell, like, subscribe, share. Drop a comment below. So when the content hit, it'll feel like the first and the 15th. Welcome to the Mailroom. You come in, take a look at your mind, examine what's in your heart. Go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth. This is not a glorification or the glamorization. It's always the education. Get on the bus and let me take you to school, man. I am your bus driver this evening, man. Welcome to the Mailroom, guys. City, hood, click. Let's go. You know how I do. How you guys doing out there in this dreary, gloomy day?
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, a lot of people can't handle the truth. There's a lot going on in this YouTube world, on the YouTube scene. So, and we try to keep it pretty fair and keep it pretty even and just try to stick to the facts and don't get into all the exaggerations and sensationalism and just, sometimes outright lies that happen right here on YouTube. And a lot of the people that own here necessarily don't come here for the truth, or they don't come to be a part of the truth. They just come to be part of the sensationalism and just putting stuff out there that's just not necessarily true. What I like to start with, is being that it's wisdom. First, let me acknowledge the chat room. Shout out to Marlena Williams, Mar Power. What's happening? Living life to the living life to live again. There you go. I appreciate that. Keith, what's happening, man? Marlena Williams, Postmaster General, of course, are in the house. And everybody recordings, what's going on? Shout out to Kim folks, cousins, and nephews. Everybody and aunties and all that stuff, man. And nieces. Can't leave them out. Everybody, welcome. Let me give you wisdom. Knowledge of self is a result of a process of self-discovery, but few of us know where to begin or whenever to really start. Looking deeper, although self-accusation is the highest of all human needs, it is said that only 5% of people ever attain this goal. 5% ever attain this goal. So that's like, man, 5% out of 100. I mean, that's a lot, man. But anyway, that is the wisdom. So let me begin by this. First and foremost, Brick Baby. Brick Baby calls into No Jumper and clear up the rumor. He's doing well as to be expected for being in federal custody. So let me explain the phone situation. And I don't know if it's still the same from when I was in it. The phone situation is a little difficult or a little different to use in the feds. And let me explain. When you get to the feds, you're not going to right away be able to get on the phone because they got to issue what is called, I believe it's called a PAC number, if I remember correctly, a PAC or PIN number. And with that, it has your information. It has everything. So when you get on the phone, they know exactly who's on that phone. So in case you say something crazy, incriminating, they have you, because based on the PAC number, it links you to that specific number, and anything that's said on that line will have a direct reflect on you. So before they can put all that information, then you have to submit what is called a phone list. And I don't know if it's still the same. I'm just telling you what it was it could be don't change now because it's been quite some time since I've been there. So you give them a phone list, and you put all these people on your list, and these are the people that you're going to call. So the feds is pretty strict about how you get on the phone. And then when I was there, they was giving either 300 or 400 minutes a month. So you would want to use those minutes. That ain't a whole lot of minutes. That's like, remember back in the day when the cell phones were the first cell phones, you could only use the phone. They gave you so many minutes, and then you would want to use the phone after 6 o'clock and all that. That's kind of like what the Fed's phone system is. You do not want to be using up your minutes on just no random phone calls. You want to make sure your phone calls are strictly towards attorneys and your wife or kids or somebody that's going to be taking a ride with you. That's what you want to use those minutes for. You don't want to be just wasting minutes out on something that's insignificant or frivolous. We saw today that and you guys see the title is there with this Charissa, I believe I said Charisse Mills. Stop the cap, man. Did you see her? This stuff is just, man, you can't not make this stuff up, man. You cannot. So, but we're going to get into that part. But secondly, this is also what I'm going to say. That, remember, I stated to you guys that the feds will apply pressure. Today, Adam finally admitted that the feds raided his house. Okay? He been knowing that, guys. This is not nothing new. Adam is holding back because of the feds is applying pressure. And they're going to keep applying pressure to make him submit to whatever they're trying to make him submit to. So he got on the thing and said that he actually, and he's been quiet about it, but he said the feds came to his house and asked him about Brick, Luce, and Big U. I wonder why it was just those particular three when there's more people that's on his show that's actually running their mouth about certain things, right? Why just those three guys? And that was like an interesting take for me. Like, why did he just focus on that? Why did the feds just ask him about those three when they got a multitude of individuals coming over there and said, I thought that was interesting. Again, never assume that someone likes you. Sweetie, never assume that anyone likes you. And that's including Charisse Mills, Luce Cannon, because I've been in that situation too. You think sometimes you are just an option when people are bored, and all it is at this point is about click, video, press, play, and all that stuff. And man, you may be getting played, bro. You may be getting taken for a real good ride, because I've been in that position to where my first wife was riding. I mean, talking about, yeah, we win, we riding. I'm with you, I love you, and I ain't gonna never leave you. And all that. I'm talking about crying and saying this and saying that. But let me tell you, a frog with the glass ass only leaps once. Again, a frog with the glass ass only leaps once, because when they leap and fall, it shatters and breaks apart. That's what Brick gonna have to contend with. That's what you gonna have to contend with, and that's what Luce is gonna do. And I believe it, especially Luce at this point, from what I'm seeing from Miss Mills. Today, she made a phone call. Well, he made a phone call to her. They still trying to run content from the feds. I do not know what that is about. I don't know why they're continuing to do that, because these phone calls and things that he's talking about or engaging in are not helpful to his overall case. When the indictment comes down and it shares all of them intimate moments, and it shares all the things that he has done to make make the government's case, he's going to be devastated, bro. He's going to be devastated. So, but let me give you a little bar of what I'm talking about, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm even fabricating
From a
anything here.
corrections facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hey, baby.
You at home?
No, I'm not, but I was able to borrow a charger from our cleaner for the Airbnbs. I've just been dealing with so much, honey. It's just so much I have to do on my own. It's a lot of work, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to hold it all together for us, you know, with all this stuff. Thank God Mom's here to help with the baby, because I don't know how I would do it. There's no way I'm going to just let you go. It's all right.
No, when are
I'm heading back to the house now, baby, but, you know, you're first, so I'll pull over and I'm going to talk to you.
No.
Honey, it's okay. All right? I need you to know that I'm here for you. So, you're a priority, all right?
I know, but wife, I need you to be straight. I don't want you to be out or whatever like that, and you got a lot of things going on there. If you handling the businesses, you have to.
So there was a part of this phone call that I didn't even want to put up, because it sounded like she was getting her cheeks clapped. If y'all go listen to the audio, go listen to the full audio of this. It sounded like she was getting her cheeks clapped at that point. Because she had this real sexual, sensual voice going on thing. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Because I've been in that position, guys. I've been the one that was clapping, and also been the one on the phone listening. Yeah, how you doing? What's going on? Why you sound like that, baby? You okay? You know, I've been in both positions, so I'm old enough to know that this thing, what goes around comes around. Life is a game full of boomerangs. Sooner or later, the game is going to send you a bill, you know, and it's going to come back with astounding accuracy based on your action, deeds, behavior, and your destructive self. You know, that's just what's going to happen. So when I was listening to that, I'm thinking like, wow, is this lady for real? You know, is this really what's happening right here? You know, y'all don't take long. Just go listen to it. Go listen to the full thing, because I just didn't want to put it out there like that. I mean, you know, I could be totally wrong about it, but being that I've been on both ends of that spectrum, I know how that works out. And a lot of these ladies, and especially today, in modern women thinking, they are not cut out to do this time, bro. They just not. And they're gonna say certain things, and they're gonna, you know, but when the money's gone, the cars start breaking down, the jewelry has to be sold, The property has to be sold, and things just start breaking down because one thing about men, they demonstrate leadership, and they do a lot of things, and a lot of these women are kept women. And when they're kept women, then those men don't allow them to do anything. So if they don't allow them to do anything, when it's time for them to keep everything together, they really don't know how to do that because they haven't been allowed to be in a part of that life or be in the managerial position to make that happen. Now we're waiting to see. When I'm not judging her or anything like that, and it could be, I could be totally wrong as to what this outcome is gonna be, but I'm telling you, and it took mine. Let's see, she ran about maybe 5 years. I had a 12-year sentence, so she ran about 5 years, but she didn't know that I was study fighting because I was constantly in the law library studying the law, trying to figure out how to get this sentence less and how to get back in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals and get some time reduction. So I won on two parts on getting some property back, some money back, some of my jewelry and stuff, brother, and money, and what else? And I got a time reduction, right? So it went from 12 to now to 10. Now they just shaved off like 23, 24 months, right? Off that 12-year sentence. So now my date don't change, but I don't say anything, right? And it wasn't long after then. Maybe I had maybe at this point, she came in around about the 6th year. The 6th year, she came up to visit, and she said, I really can't do this no more. And, I want a divorce and blah, blah, blah. So I'm listening to this. I'm taking all this stuff in, but I had already anticipated seeing it coming. And, and by this time I was already a champ. I was already, had settled in, and I felt like that I had come to terms that I had to do the time. There was no other way out of it. I had exhausted my remedies. I gave back 24 months. It was good. So, but also I had won a lawsuit because at the time they had lost my mother's remains. Me and all my brothers, we got checks for that. And also my job that I working for, they had owed me money, and they had some money that they had owed to me. I had to get some retro pay because the position that I was running, they had underpaid me, and they realized what they had done. So I got all that money. So I got the money from the government, the money from my mom, and the money from a job. So I had a nice little lump, right? I put that aside. So when they bought the divorce papers, I hurried up and signed. And you go. But all the time, man, it was like she done it for a younger raggedy dude, a dude that didn't have nothing. He was using her truck and her wheels and all that stuff, living in her space. I ain't never did that, that just wasn't who I was. But anyway, I'm just kind of explaining to y'all how this thing worked, how this stuff start breaking down, and how people start backtracking and going in different directions. And they'll say, it's easy to say, this was hopping all is well, hoping all is well. People will say a lot of different things, but guys, to actually walk this time down with somebody and be there like 100, it's only a few type of women that can do that, bro. It's a rare few. That is a rare coin. That ain't a dime. That's a rare coin. And I don't see her being it. She's like, yeah, you're right, Keith. She is very, very, even that voice is killing me. That voice. I mean, go back when you guys get a chance, go back, find the full audio on that and listen to it. You're gonna get the same impression that I got, man. Is this lady getting her cheeks clapped while she talking to Luce on the phone? But anyway, I just didn't want to, it's crazy how this stuff works out. But yeah, one thing, you got to get that pack number. And once you get that pack number, sometimes it take, man, I think when I was in there, it took me about a week to get a pack number before I could use the phone. other than that, I had to get a phone call from the counselor, and he was like this weird dude, man. And some of the black people that be, in these BOPs, and they be, be in charge of stuff, man. Sometimes they be the worst. You get more action from other people than you do your own people. They be hard, man. They don't be one. They be like they mad at you because you there, man. Whatever I did has nothing to do with you. It's me against. It says Melvin Gibson against the United States government. That's what it says on the paperwork. It doesn't say Counselor Waters. Counselor Waters was too hard. I can't remember the other guy that was up on what was his name? He was up in 7 South. He was a good counselor, man. He would put anybody on your friends list that you wanted, that wanted you to come visit. But at MDCLA, they rules up there was like, if you wasn't married to a lady, they couldn't come visit you. That was another crazy rule that they had at MDCLA. If you wasn't married, there's no girlfriends or fiancés or none of them people can visit unless you was up on 7 South to the other black cool counselor, and he was like put your girlfriend or your significant other, whatever the case may be, on your friends list, and they would be able to come visit. But where I was at, a guy named Waters, cold asshole. Just an asshole for no good reason, But yeah, so Luce is exactly. He don't realize everything he's about to go through and everything that's about to happen to him, because he's still over there in Las Vegas somewhere using global tail links to do content off of global. Because you hear this is a phone call with global tail links. You get that global tail links operator in the back, but and videos are now beginning to surface and pop up of him in various situations with you. There's one, he go one, right? Check this clip out.
Giving locations and some more shit. None of that shit when I go out of town. Nigga, I don't post no hotels, none of that, nigga. I know better. And the first thing I do, as soon as I get there, I hate niggas that I need some blowers, not security. I need guns, nigga. Fuck, nigga, I'm not stupid. I ain't never finna go nowhere and think shit sweet, niggas. I'm out of town, nigga. Man, they praying on shit like that.
Man, come on, man. They praying for your comfort, you know?
As soon as you think you smooth, oh yeah, walking on the beach. That's the same way. That's like us niggas walking on Melrose or something. Nigga. You like, oh nigga,
look at the stars.
Nigga, I know better than that, nigga. I was in Miami, I ain't put nothing.
I ain't playing with you. They ain't playing with you.
And they got Haitian there. They don't got no conscience.
They go right back home.
Way on the side.
Check in for 45 days, come right back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a whole new person.
Hey, a whole new person. Speaking on that, I be telling Aunt, like, because he got to go back to his old ways, because that out of towners is winning.
Winning.
I'm talking about nigga.
Look,
tricking, super tricking.
Police.
See, that Big U was on right there. He wasn't useless. But this guy has been manipulated. He has been sourced out. He has been prostituted. He has been spreaded way out by other individuals for whatever reason. And I think it's all because of a dollar, because fake friends are like 10 dimes. They're changed for $1. And that's all I see when I'm looking at a lot of these different clips and seeing a lot of these people in these comfortable spaces, and then all of a sudden you on YouTube. Because remember when he first jumped on YouTube, I don't know if it was his first jumped on YouTube, but one of his wildest statements, he said that he was clapping Shawnee O'Neal's cheeks, right? He said that so easy and smooth, and it went viral, Yeah, I know she gonna be mad at me for saying this, but yeah, man, I effed her. I'm like, wow, man. This is what the internet is coming to. This is how you get on. You come busting through the door talking about clap this woman's cheeks. And now you caught a viral moment, and ever since then you've been riding the wave off of just shock jock type of situations, like a Howard Stern and Tom Likens. I think they was the creators of the shock jock. And then, we all know that Donald Trump got involved in that. We saw what he did with it. And then, man, once YouTube came about and people start, because YouTube was originally, it was like tutorials. There was a lot of people doing tutorials. If you didn't fix on a diesel engine, airplane, or how to take a stereo apart, or how to do home repairs, there was a lot of tutorial on YouTube. Now the YouTube streets is full of people just dragging each other down, misogyny, degradation, misandry. That's all you see on it is people is just, doing some of the just craziest stuff. But we here for it. I get it, but how long we gonna continue down this street? What is gonna be this is like unprecedented, right? And we all already know what happened in unprecedented situation, because we saw that happen when they started building, when they did the COINTELPRO thing. There was nothing like that ever done towards and geared towards Black people. We saw that when the crack cocaine hit it. That was unprecedented. There was no precedence. There was no examples walking around with the end result of what that drug would do to people. There was no examples out there. And it's like in this situation with the YouTube and everybody jumping on social media and calling certain things content when it's not actually content. Content is creative ideas and mind and writing and things that ideas, but now it has taken on a sidebar. It got another situation attached to it where now gossip, lying, and braggadocio, bravado, and all this stuff is associated with, But what I want to know, who detached us? Who detached us as a people? How did we get so far and wind up so deep into the rabbit hole that where people just come on the internet now and just start attacking each other? Is that what this is all about? Is that what this was meant to be? Because all I see is a lot of Black faces that are doing it. And a lot of the people that's really, really into it, especially the people over there on Clubhouse, you'll never see them making white people the topic of their discussion and dragging them down in a way that has a lot of profane and foul language and calling them out their names and putting lies, spewing lies and misinformation and bad information and just outright just doing some crazy stuff. You don't see that, but for some reason we see it in our community. And I get it. I do get that the part that it does have a component, a monetary component attached to it. But who detached us as a people? How did we get detached from one another? Because prior to 1964, probably about 80% of Black people were married. We living in it. We would go to Big Mama's house on the Christmas, all the cousins and nieces and nephews and just, man, everybody would be there on Thanksgiving. It would be anywhere from at least 20 to 40 to 50 people, depending on the size of your family, and it'll be like maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different families, converging and convening in this celebratory situation. Don't see that anymore. Nobody took up the work of Big Mama, because Big Mama was the glue, and Big Daddy was the disciplinarian. Big Daddy was the disciplinarian. Big Mama was the glue. Big Daddy would let you know that, hey, don't do this and don't do that. These are the rules, and you abide by them. Nobody bucked against Big Daddy. Big Daddy got the big chicken. He got the big piece of chicken. He sat at the head of the table, and there was no question. We don't even sit down for dinner no more. We don't do none of that. Everybody, when you go into restaurants and you go in the shops at Joe Fair, we are detached as a people from the plantation. Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. When they were set free, so yeah, yeah. When you go into the restaurants and you go anywhere, everybody head is down just like this. And I'm one of them individuals, but at least I acknowledge that I'm doing that, right? So I try not to do it. Put the phone down. Let's enjoy this meal. Let me spend some quality time with my wife. Set this phone to the side. Cut it off, even, to where I don't, at least not, I don't cut it completely off, but I cut it off to where it won't ring and disturb her peace and nothing, while she's spending time with me, being I'm spending time with her, whatever, right? Because there's just communication happening. There's a lot of communication that happens that has to be communicated about the week because I'm gone, and then I have to know what happened, what did happen, what needs to be done, what needs to be taken care of, stuff like that. But yeah, we so detached now because of this age of information, internet. Everybody is just doing their own thing. So clearly, we're going in a whole different direction. But like I said, there's no precedence. There's nothing that we can look at to see what are the outcomes if we continue down this rabbit hole. What it's going to look like. Stay off them phones. Keep your eyes open. Watch all your surroundings. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then for Luce to be saying that him and Big U was at the restaurant, which was right there on Manchester. That restaurant is on Manchester and Main, Roscoe's. That's between the main streets and the Swans, right? There's a lot of people that won't go to that restaurant. Now, they might order some food, grab it and keep it moving, but I'm talking about there's a lot of people that actually won't go sit down in that restaurant because bad things can happen going in and coming out, depending on what day of the week is and who's around and who's watching. So for them to, I don't believe that Big U would have been sitting in that restaurant. I think he's smart enough not to. I don't know why Luce Cannon said that, because once again, his content is based on him lying. It's based on him creating scenarios and situations, exaggerations, and sensationalism. He's fudging the marker. So sort of like Keefy D. You see what happened to Keefy D when Keefy D wrote the book. He wrote the book, then he went on Cal Capone. He went to the Art of Dialogue. He went to Vlad. He went to all these different platforms. Then they even made a movie about it. Was it on FX or something? Right? I believe it was a little show about it. Right? So now, turning the hands of the clock, turning the calendar some 27, 28 years later, now he's saying he wasn't even in Vegas when that stuff happened. You get what I'm saying? So he did all, if this the case, follow my rationale. If this the case, he did all that just to get a couple of dollars. This man said that he made 40 million. He made 40 million a month off his drug sales. He put that in his book. I'm like, wow. Man, why was you even in Compton? Why you should even have been nowhere near Compton if you had that much money. Yeah, we talked about that. Adam 22 got, remember I told you guys, and coming back to Adam 22, because I like that question right there. Remember I told you guys that when the feds want somebody and they want them, they were set up. The feds were set up at No Jumper. They were setting on Vlad, and they were setting on Dub C and CJ Mack. Dub C and CJ Mack. I saw them interview Wack. I saw them I saw them interview Big U, then Wack, then Harrio. Why did they stop? You got to ask yourself, why did they stop? Because if the feds came in and the feds say, look, we watching these guys, and if you don't cooperate with us, it's going to be hard with you. Now, here's the deal. We know what you do. Matter of fact, we like what you do. We like your music, CJ. We like your music, Dub C. But we running a full investigation right here on these individuals. There's counter surveillance going on and surveillance being put on them, and we're collecting data, we're collecting intel, and this is an intelligence gathering, and you guys are it. But you can't say nothing, because if you do, you're gonna be part of it. I can see them telling them that, because when they got me, Gangster, my brother, and all us, they went to our neighbors and told them the same thing. So this is not new to me. I've seen the play before. And I don't think those tools or those leverages and those different things that they use to make something come to light, I don't think they change from that, because it's never the places, events, situations. It's always the people. It's always the people. It's always the people. So they turn people. So basically it might be over Big U because he heard the feds don't lose. Well, it ain't the fact that they don't lose, it's that they willing to put so much money behind not losing. So they have an enormous amount of money that they could spend to get you, right? And that's if you line yourself up, because all they do is like people like Luce Cannon, people like Brick Baby, people like the Trap Kitchen Girl, and some of the lower hanging fruit, right? Those are lower hanging fruit from a poisonous tree. I've got to call you back, cartoon. They're fruit from a poisonous tree, and they're low hanging fruit, right? So this again coming back to the complaint, the affidavit, to the indictment. So when they arrested them 19 people, right? Some of them people went in door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, and they became cooperative with the government, and they probably even became queen for a day. In other words, they did proffers, right? Because they're gonna tell you, your sentence is 10 to life. 10 to life. Yeah, put emphasis on the life, because this is a RICO, and there's a lot of elements, and your part in it. So they might have maybe 20 to 30 violations in there. Now, depending on how many times they name you in the indictment, when an actual indictment comes out, and then what happens is they supersede the indictment, because some of them people made accusations or gave them knowledge that they didn't have. And then that's why they do it like that. They do it to complain, the affidavit. So by the time the indictment comes out, they don't talk to all them individuals, because it happened to me, Gangster, and my brother, and some of the other homies, right? My homie Free Don Juan, he's still serving a life sentence. The people that was supposed to be, I was talking about these dudes was supposed to be killers. they mouthed out bail. They didn't bail out, but they told stories and gave them information. And when they did that, it took the wind out of our sails. We couldn't fight it. But the government was willing to let us plead the foreseeable. Other words, whatever my parts was in indictment, I was able to. They don't made me a whole lieutenant. I ain't never been a lieutenant in nothing. A lieutenant. How did I get that position? When did I sign up for it? Who made me the lieutenant? That's my thoughts, you know. That's when I'm reading the indictment, they say, Melvin Gibson is the lieutenant, or Frederick James is the kingpin, and all this. I'm like, God. I'm like, gee, you a kingpin? We reading this stuff, right? Nah, we just dudes in the hood, man, just getting money, having fun, low riding. Every Sunday, we pulling out anywhere from 20 to 30 low riders and lining them all the way up down Tucker, heading on Long Beach, doing a low rider block, cutting off traffic, heading to the Shaw. Deep. Then for all this to come to us, nah. And then the people that was actually that we were, you know, in business with or negotiating, doing deals with, those people became witnesses. Those people became people that was willing to testify against us because they had small, minor roles in it, you know. And that's how they do. They knock those people off, and once those people start running their mouth, you know, because I'm gonna tell you, I didn't get no bail. Gangster didn't get no bail. My brother didn't get my bail. My homie Pee Wee didn't get no bail. My homie Don Juan didn't get no bail. Lupe was on her sick bed. She passed away. Her brother didn't get no bail. You know, there was a few people. There was a lot of people on the case that didn't get, but there were some people that did get bails. I never saw them again. even the cartel guys, the Barraza and Patas and them. Patas was the guy that didn't wear no shoes, but he had major birds. He walk up and be barefooted. Patas. He would never drive up, man. He would just walk up. Interesting character, Patas, man. He would just walk up. And next thing you know, we get a station wagon full of them things that somebody would bring them, pull them in the backyard and all that stuff. Yeah. Talk about it now because it's over with. But and it went on for some time, you know, and G was a very good businessman in that sense, you know. He had things going on, and he wasn't greedy. He shared the wealth. He shared it with me, he shared it with my brothers, shared it with a few other homies, he shared it with a lot of people. I saw G take care of a lot of different people in the pen. I remember when what's the guy name from 60s? He's still in the pen now. He got busted for a gun and he was at a strip club. Petey Wack. Petey Wack and his girl came over. And gangsta had him a big old thing of money, you know. I can't even remember her name, light-skinned girl. I can't even remember her name. But anyway, they came over. G Wood from Main Street. A lot of different people would come over and, you know, and they was getting, you know, man, but you think he got the same love when he went down? I can't say that it was the same because I saw what he did. You know what I'm saying? I saw what he did with the individuals, but I don't know if that reciprocated, if it came back when we were down, you know? Dirt, Stevie Weavy, rest in peace, D-Dog, looked out for me. Dirt is going through his situation now. Stevie Weavy had a stroke. So, you know, this life is really, 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 it's fun, but it's short-lived. And you don't know, again, you don't know the precedents. You don't know what's up around the curve and what's coming. You don't know none of that until it's right there in front of your face. So when you get into these circumstances, that's why I'm on the internet now. I'm not going to break no laws. I'm not going to participate in no crimes with nobody. I'm not putting nobody in my car. And if I know that's what you do, I'm not doing none of that. Don't, man, go catch an Uber or something. Do what you got to do, but you can't get in that car. That says you're right, Terry. They lie and don't care who they mess over. So I'm not surprised that they went to Adam. What I am surprised is that Adam waited so long to say that. Because remember, I started saying it a few days ago, way before he came out and said, yeah, they got, you know. But I said, this is what I said. I said, listen, the feds were in No Jumper. The feds had control over No Jumper. They were listening. They knew exactly who was there, who was coming there. Because listen, when that situation happened in the alley of No Jumper with the dude Jay Reed, and we all witnessed that brutal beating, pistol whoop, a guy being stripped butt naked, and all these individuals sitting around filming it, and the Burbank Police Department didn't investigate it. I said, whoa, I wonder why that happened. But I seen that play before because we had done some things and I'll tell you, little Ernie, I'm gonna use little Ernie. Little Ernie had came by and he got 2 birds. He made it away and he got way back to Watts or somewhere. And they pulled him over. They found the 2 birds. Sheriffs did. They took the 2 birds, wrote him a ticket, and cited him out of jail. Why did they do that? They just caught him with 2 birds. But you know what his mistake was? His mistake was is that he didn't call us back and say, hey, man, I just got jacked by the sheriffs. They took the 2 birds, but they just wrote me a ticket and then cited me out of jail. Huh? See, if he had done that, then we could have said, wait a minute. That don't just happen. They cited you out of jail and they caught you with 2 birds? Yeah. So everybody that getting caught, like Brick Baby getting caught with the gun, I'm not surprised that he got cited out of jail, right? Or they gave him a DJ reject because it's called forum shopping. Forum shopping in federal terminology is shopping for a bigger venue. So the locals will put it off or cite you out and let you go. But all the time, all the data, all the information, everything that happened within that crime has been passed over to the feds. So everything that happened in that alley that night was passed over to the feds. So if you go read the 107-page affidavit, all the elements are right there in the affidavit, every last one of them, from the pistol beating to the stripping of butt naked to the robbery, all that. It's all there. It's all there. So when Luce was on No Jumper and he was talking about certain things, some of the things he said was on camera, but some of the things we said was off camera. How did they know? Because they was listening. ODIT, on device interception tool. On device interception tool. Don't believe that you can be hiding from the feds because you use FaceTime. They are, while you're using it, they're right there with you simultaneously. They taking in the data, they taking in the conversation, they can see who you're talking to, and they can see you. So when you see all these LBTs and CVTs, the license plate recognition, facial recognition, data collecting cameras, and they got infrared capabilities. They can hear, they got sound, they pick up everything. They can even speak to you. Those are information banks. They are collecting data. They do the facial recognition, license plate, and they do vehicle tracking. That's all in indictment. Vehicle tracking, and the interception audit, the interception tool, right? On device interception tool. That's what it's called. And then if they need to go a step further, they got something called Prism. Prism is something they run through, and the FBI have access to it because it's run through the NSA, National Security Association. That's pretty much what the CIA use. But if they have to use it in inland or use that particular intelligence to get you, because maybe you might be operating. This how you operate. You're a multi-million-dollar person, so you don't spend an enormous amount of money on counter surveillance and keeping these people off you. So now the stuff that the locals use won't be effective in getting a person like that. So they'll one up him. They'll go with FBI and then DEA, and then if that DEA don't work, they go to FBI. If that don't work, then they go to the NSA or CIA or NSA, like that. And they gonna get you. They are going to get you. Dog catcher gonna get you. These people is ruthless. And this is not new to them because they've been doing it for just so many years. So many years. There's so many ways they have caught people. So the feds that was messing with Trump, did he fire them? Probably so, bro. Probably so, man. Because now he's the president. He can, do what the heck he want to do. That's why he's signing on it. But a lot of those executive orders he's signing are beginning to backfire on him. You guys just seen where they did this thing, and they was sending information, secret information in the Yemen, and firing 3 different weapons. Now they in Congress explaining how did all this information get out on a regular lines or some type of app that they use. I think it's called Anointed or something, Pointed or something. Whatever. Anyway, they wasn't supposed to use that. They were supposed to stay within the government facilities and use a government type of communications. And they went and they used personal communications. Now the information got out to a reporter from Atlantic, and he put the information out there. Saying these guys is reckless. That Pete Hespa, whatever his name, man, he's an idiot. Most of the people that's working with Trump, they're not smart. They're idiots, and that's including Trump. But as time go on, all the people that voted for him, now you're seeing people that's and I'm getting off the subject a little bit because you brought it up, but now you're seeing people regret they vote for him. Because now they see that he's really not with them. Trump don't care about poor white people, but you poor white people voted for it. You thought that he care about white. No, he don't care about white people. He care about rich people, rich, multi-million and billionaires. That's what he care about, because he know those are the people that's going to put money in his pocket. Those are the people that's going to be there for him. What is this lady doing? She's swinging it around. Yeah, I guess she got it. She come close there, lady. You know what you're doing, I guess, because I did not like that swing you just did. But anyway, okay, but I'm here. Man, that's a big BS. Adam 12 not arrested. They struggled for content to go and give it to him. Yeah, I don't know if he was arrested. I know that, but I'm not. I'm gonna say these people have talked to him. Trust and believe that. I don't know if he was arrested. I don't know that. I ain't said that. Slime Ball TV. You probably you looked at that. Yeah, well, and that's true, man. Because think about it, Slime. he had 4 extras, right? 4 extras was bringing it in, raking it in off the back. He ain't there. Prior to him, he had Crip back, raking it in. Have we always had adults or this is some new? Yeah, that's new. That is new. That's part of Project 2025. But Marlena, he was raking it in off of Crip Mac. So now, see, the thing about Adam, at some point, because all this is just nigger moments, right? Because America created the nigger condition, and the nigger experience. America created all that. And black people just happen to be the recipients of that, right? At some point, and I've seen this even with some of the white boys that's been Crips, at some point, they went back to being white boys when it got too hot, when it got too messed up. That's one thing about a white boy. No matter how far he get into this nigger stuff, right? At some point, he can go back, he can cut his hair, shave, clean himself up, and he can go back to being a white boy. And they say, glad to have you back, son. Glad to have you back. So Adam 22, at some point, he gonna scrap. Whack ain't gonna be able to contact him. 4Extra's not gonna be able to contact him. Crip Mac, 600. No, none of these black people is gonna be able to contact him because he already had millions. And all he gotta do is shut the door on them and continue whatever he do with in the porn world with him and his wife and some of them other weirdos that they hang out with. See, and he gonna shut the door on the nigga shit, and it's gonna be no more nigga moments. It's gonna be just that simple. Watch and see what I tell you. Watch and see what I tell you. Very good insight, man. You know, it's just like I say, a lot of this stuff is not new to me. I've seen it before. It was in a different era, different time, and I saw how all these things play out. I seen third party rulings where dudes was telling or using third party. I saw all that. I saw the Rule 30. I saw dudes when they used to be on the yard. They had what it's called SIS, Secret Service Internal. SIS. What is it? Secret Internal Service. Yeah, SIS, Secret Internal Service. They are the FBI within the BOP inside the institutions. They had a door right up under psychology. Psychology is the building over by B unit if you're in Terminal Island. And psychology is when you think you can't do the time no more. So they got maybe about 5 or 6 on site psychologists, and you go up there and they go to talk to you. And then they're going to determine whether you need to go back downstairs and to the left, and they're going to put you in suicide watch until they can figure out that you're not going to harm yourself. But yeah, they got all that up there, right up there. And then they got the SIS, Secret Internal Service, right there, right. I've seen people go through that door and they never seen them again. My homie T-Bone, Tyrone, that's my loved one, T-Bone. T-Bone unit was E unit. He can see from his window everybody that ever went to that door. And when I first got there, Tyrone, T-Bone, he is already in Terminal Island. So when I come to the kitchen that day, me and my brother Age, my co-defendant, Tumble from Swans, my other co-defendant, L. Lawrence Reed, he rest in peace now. He was from Athens Park. We were all in Terminal Island together. And when I hit the kitchen, right, and I'm looking, I say, man, it's like Billy D. But I know he in the Fed somewhere, but I didn't expect to run into him there, right? because he had caught a hot one in Vegas. He pretty much beat that, but then he caught a Fed case out of South Bend, Indiana, and he had a sharp attorney out of Chicago, and he took it to trial and lost in trial because all them people in South Bend, Indiana, did what I just said. They all took door number 1, 2, 3, and 4 because he from California. They don't know him. They all told on him. See, but anyway, so when I get there, I said, Billy D. He turned around, he looked, because he know if somebody calling him Billy D, they really know him. They know him from the hood, right? He turned around, he said, oh, man. And man, we went over there and we chopped it up, man, because at that time we were all on the north yard, the north yard and the south yard. And we chopped it up, man. I just took him through every year because he had been gone. Bone had been gone probably since the 80s or 90, 91. And at that time it was 2003. So he'd been gone all that time, right? So I'm running through all the blocks, all the streets, who had passed away, this, that, he was there. We was there all that time. Feds reportedly raided Adam 22 house. Yes. I'm not surprised by that. They've been on that. They, like, again, I'm gonna say, Aldridge, they had surveillance on No Jumper the whole time. So when I get there, T-Bone, man, we run it down. So he tell me, he said, man, I said, man, them dudes, they wasn't finna let me on the yard because they saying that I'm a shot caller for Santana Block. He's telling me, these SIS people telling me and my brother, right? Man, if you don't come to our institution starting up no stuff, they gave us a whole rundown telling me and my brother that they watching us, and if we get on the yard, if the yard starts changing, there's some problems, they gonna come lock us up and give us diesel therapy. Diesel therapy is like when they take you to the airport, put you on this raggedy ass airplane with duct tape on it and fly you all the way around the corner. You nervous, you shaking like Don Knotts on the Ghost of Mr. Chicken. This plane look raggedy and gloomy and don't look like it has had a whole lot of repair done in all the years. But anyway, so we run that. So that's when T-Bone started running down what the SIS was, with the psychology building, with the suicide watch and all the different things, and telling me all these hot dudes. This dude is hot. This dude is hot. Let's. I showed it. He said, "Man, you got your paperwork?" I said, "Yeah, I got it." I showed it to him, and me and my brother, he said, "This man," he said, "this ain't no disrespect or nothing, man, but that's just how it goes. Y'all my homies, and I love y'all, man, but we got to see your paperwork." I said, "I ain't got no problem with that, man. I know it's my driver license. It's my ability to drive and keep driving." So they read our paperwork and everything, and everything was cool. There's no 501k, there's no cooperation, there's none of that in my paperwork. My brothers are none of gangsters or none of our paperwork, right? None of that. Pee-wee, none of them. Because we all, we played the foreseeable. So anyway, he started telling me how this SIS thing, and man, I seen people go to SIS office and get big old bags of tuna, chicken, and tuna cans and chicken and beef packages and all this different stuff, and come on, like they went shopping in the commissary. I said, "Bone, what's that all about?" He said, "Man, that dude right there is working for them." So they got people in the institution working for them. It's a crazy scene when you break it all down, man. I'm telling you, it is hilarious. But let's see, Biggie was right though. Brick, Whack, Luce, all those guys was talking too much on the internet. Merely just the internet speaks facts. So Yeah. But see, it ain't just talking on the internet. It's about what you talk about on the internet. One thing you don't talk about on the internet is open crimes. You don't talk about anything that hasn't been adjudicated. I talk about things that has been adjudicated, that is well settled law. Other words, they can't come back with the double jeopardy because it's double jeopardy to retry a case that has already been adjudicated. That's their rules, right? So those things, they can't be prosecuted twice or somebody's dead. You can talk about, but as far as like Luce Cannon was talking about the open cases like he were, that was crazy. Explaining that check in and don't let your feet hit the ground before the plane, don't let the plane land and your feet hit the ground before you check in. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. They got the boy Trick saying the same thing over in Detroit. They got him in that under the 7 pages saying the same thing in Detroit. He better get him a lawyer and pay attention. Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, so the reindeer games don't stop. Once you get into the feds, the reindeer games don't stop. They got snitches and hot dudes all in the institution. They all looking to trying to figure out how to go home. There was Big Cuba. Big Cuba used to walk around with all the Cubans because Big Cuba had all the money. All the time, Big Cuba trying to play a position, man. He trying to line somebody up. There's another dude named Al lined up Taipan, and S Dog. From S Dog was 11-8, and his brother was Hoover Joe. Hoover Joe from Hoover that started Hoover Joe, and Taipan was from Hoover. I think Taipan was from he could have been from 7-4. Then Blue Fly was there too. Blue Fly was from Fort Trey. Yeah, but anyway, the guy named Al lined Taipan and S Dog up, lined them up. Sure did. But anyway, I think I spent enough time on here. We've been over here on over an hour talking and just giving you guys just letting you guys go back down memory lane with me as far as my information and what I've seen and what I know about feds. But it's like, again, man, it's a cold world out there, man. And when these people get to doing this stuff, man, and I'm gonna give y'all this. Let me give y'all this part.
Did y'all know since 2010, the DEA and other federal agencies spent over $500 million paying federal informants? And they had over 18,000 confidential informants on payroll. And some of them individually made over $1 million. And why am I saying this? I bring this up only because if you in the streets or you doing anything illegal, get out the game. It's a loser's game that you cannot win. Like I said, they had 18,000 active informants on payroll, which means if you're doing something illegal, especially if you're making good money, you more than likely already engaging and interacting with somebody that is a federal informant. You just don't know. And with those odds against you, it's only a matter of time before everything comes crashing down. And there's too many ways today to make money to even put yourself in a position to go through some BS like that. Learn a trade, get certified in something, start a business, get your degree so you could get a good job. But it's just too many ways to make money today to try to even beat the streets, because you're not going to beat the streets. So if you're in the streets or you're doing anything illegal, let this video be a sign for you to get out and do something different before it's too late.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Can't handle the truth, man. There's the truth. All I do is give you the truth. Now, you don't have to like it. You don't have to accept it. But I'm going to give you the truth. And I gave you the truth based on my observable reality, my experience, things that I've seen and went through, and things that I know. I'm not giving you feelings. I'm not giving you that. I'm giving you observable reality and experience and perception of a reality. That's what I'm giving you. So you don't have to listen to me. You can go listen to there's a lot of YouTube platforms you can go listen to. And they're going to give you something different because a lot of these platforms are based on sensationalism and they're based on performance, money, stuff like that. I really enjoy talking. I'm a very loquacious person, so I can talk, man. Just think about it like this here. How many people you know can get on the internet and talk to you, just directly to you for an hour like that? That's not something that any I don't think just the average guy can do. And be substantive, giving you facts, giving you data, research, science. But anyway, I appreciate everybody who's joined us for this live chat. Purple Rain, Accolades 310. What's up, Brian? What's going on, Terry? What's going on? Aldridge, Show Me. And plus, man, Marlon Lane Williams. Tomorrow will be my B-Day. I don't know if I'm gonna come on, but maybe I should, because it really is just another day, right? That's what it comes down to, Don't nothing change. We got to keep living, keep breathing, keep paying bills, keep staying out the way, and show yourself, man. Show yourself something, man. You can advance and you can prove your mind. That's what it is, man. Do something where you can grow and you can advance and you can use your mind, man. Be safe and just be okay, man. That's it, man. You ain't got to do all this roughhouse stuff and all this stuff these people do and all this, this bang bang and all that, man. All the people, man, they wind up in one pot at some point. It's crazy, man. Give yourself a chance, man. That's all it is. That's all it comes to, man. Just giving yourself a chance, man. With that being said, I am Professor Melly Mel, the Hoodpostman. Don't mind me just watching church movement. But go ahead and lock that door.
Cali finest, baby. Move a grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I leave bad man and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block, this that my shit go, reach for the low.
Once again, be safe, be smart, and give yourself a chance. And don't be in your own way. And something you can use to grow and advance your mind. That's my boy, man, Day. Shout out to Day, man. I love that cat, man. He told me that, and I said, I'm going to use that, man. Be smart, be safe, be smart, give yourself a chance, and don't be in your own way. With that being said, lock the door.